cake. Make more in a week than I do in a whole month. Thing is, I don't know if this.
What's going on, everybody? Rocket Rod 99 again. Giving my first impressions of CyberPunk 2077. So, there'll be no spoilers in this video. I just wanted to give you all a quick overview of my impressions of the game so far. Let me just start out. I'm on a regular PlayStation, basic PlayStation 4. So, nothing adding on. So, the graphics you're seeing here are what you can expect with a basic PS4. Obviously, you know, Pro and PS5, I'm sure will be better when that gets to it. So, one of the things I'd like to talk about is the UI user interface. It's not bad. I'm not really a fan of the red, but, you know, it's really not that bad. And what I'm in the process of doing is building money. Like, I played the game. I have, as I said, about 16 hours in. So I have acquired a lot of items. So I'm going to go here into my inventory. This is what my character looks like. I know the pants are kind of stupid, but they have a high armor level. So what I'm dealing with here now is to get rid of all of my weapons, which is quite a bit. And I've been storing them. This is the number of weapons I have been collecting as I play, and it's really not all of them. You might have more. See, I can barely walk right now. I'm overweight. So I'll open my stash here. Oh, okay. I guess I have cleaned it out. So the question is, do you sell it or do you disassemble it? The reality is when you get the component parts, they're actually sometimes worth more than the whole. So when you're talking about lower level weapons, it's a good idea just to disassemble them, and that's what I'm going to do here for a second. So here's all my weapons laid out. I sorted them by quality. I'm going to take a real quick look at DPS, damage per second. I haven't unlocked this yet. Why can't I? It's an iconic weapon, so there's no way I'm going to get rid of it. So the rare iconic weapons are the ones you want to keep. They offer the most amount of crafting, variants, and upgrades. So I'm not really going to go into try and do a tip video here. I'm sure there's 100 videos out there that'll do it better than I will. So, so what I'm doing is I'm going to go to quality. And so now I have the best quality weapons up towards the top. I'm going to scroll down here all the way to the bottom where my cheap weapons are. And I'm going to start disassembling some of these. Now as I get up, as you look through these, you want to take a look at them and see what their value is. Like this one is only $33 in value, but this one here next to it is $15. This one here is $14. They're not really worth a lot of money, and they're actually worth a little more as a deconstructed item for resources. So your resource count is up here, your components, and this is your standard stuff, and then you need these to do any kind of technical upgrades, which I'll get to in a minute, as well as these as well for some of the more advanced stuff. So let me just knock out a few of these real quick. So I'm severely encumbered right now. There is a slight delay in how fast it disassembles and gives you the resources. You see it when you highlight over, if you disassemble, it's going to show you what you're going to get for parts. So as I was saying, you want to really mainly be careful you don't disassemble a iconic weapon, because they do not come along that often. So now here, this weapon's worth $119. So the one next to it is worth 47. 47, 47. Oh, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong one. So, because I have so many of these, they're weighing me down. So what happened was, as I was playing the game, I turned around and found out that you could stash items in the trunk of your car, and I was like, wow, that's actually something that is worthwhile. So this sniper rifle I want to hold on to and hold on to that. So I have to be careful now. Because there are some of these weapons that I am trying to keep. I've been running around with the shotguns a little bit. I'm not very good with them, just like I wasn't good with them in other games. I'm not good with them in this one either. So just about done here. Well, mostly. So as you can see, you got a lot of greens and blues. Obviously, those are rare, and some of them are iconic and uncommon. Green is uncommon. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some of these weapons and just to advance the process. Yeah, they have these are drop
You fucking
points,
serious?
and I'll show you real quickly. They're available all over the city. So right now, for the 16 hours I've played, I basically have been in this area here, just this one small sliver of the city. So I'm standing in front of a drop point. It shows it's right in front of me. But all these represent other drop points where you can sell items around the city. And that's my current mission to do, according to the story. For some reason it does this auto scroll thing, which I don't entirely understand. The copperhead here is probably the most common weapon you pick up off the ground. Alright, that's it for that. I've already taken care of my blades. These are all my clothes. I've sold pretty much everything else I want to sell there. And these are the other consumables, which I've already kind of taken care of. So, oh, we'll sell my junk. Actually, let's see if we can disassemble that. Not much to obtain here. Occasionally, what you'll do is you'll find a junk item that has a high value. Not in this case. I'm just going to disassemble these. These items, actually, these components cost more than what you can, get from the item. If you were to buy certain items, it wouldn't, it would cost you more to. In other words, you earn more from disassembling if you sold the items for the component parts. There seems to be a limit on that, about how much you can do with it. So, back to the game now. I guess that's all for that. Now, as I promised, there'll be no spoilers in this video, so I am going to explore a little bit more of the map, which is what my plan was here, is to show you some of the side missions. I'm using the filter in the upper left-hand corner. Obviously these are, threads and, a bar, and then you have, like, to get medical products and bar. This is a place to upgrade your cyberware. It's called a RIP Doctor, or RIP Doc. And then there's other little things on the side. There's your gun, and, for blades and, bludgeon weapons. So, these are all fast travel locations, allow you to get around the map pretty quickly. But as I haven't unlocked really much the rest of the map, as you can see, there's only a few of them. Now, what I understand is you don't want to be going into these areas until you reach a certain level. I'm level 10, which is pretty low. So I'm going to, try and follow the game as best as we can. These over here are what we're going to do here. These are side missions. And, each are different types of mission, like the blue ones here are mostly, police, support roles. You're neutralizing bad guys. And then the ones with the question marks, are supposed to be the really difficult ones. So, we're going to start out with this one, because as you can see, I only have that's the only one in the box type. There are two of them. These offer a lot of money and cred for taking them down, but these are more of like a bounty where you see the skulls. I went to this, but I don't think I have the right level yet to open this. So, well, this one's pretty close. We could run to this one. Let's go to this one. Now, there's my car, but sometimes it's just better just to run. It's a pain, especially if you're pretty close. I mean, I'm 50 meters away, there's no sense getting in my car. You can call your car from anywhere, and it'll come to you. Here are the bad guys. I'm gonna distract the enemy, and I'm gonna go up and take this guy out. Uh-oh. Guess I didn't distract him well enough. they got motorcycles I can steal. Okay, as you can see here on the left side, my street cred and everything has gone up. Dude, stop going. And now we reap the bounties of our slaughter. So again, you know, obviously, you know, all this stuff that you pick up will yield resources and such that you can allow to do for crafting, which I'll show in a few minutes. This is your scanner, just holding the L1. And then what the easy thing is it allows you to find the loot relatively quickly. I find that easy, although, you know, there are some times where you can't pick up the item for one reason or another. What have we got in here? Ooh, a gold one. Wow, this was a wealthy side mission. There's a lot of stuff to pick up here. Make sure we're all done. Got a new job off this too. Nice. I like this. Gunshot to the radio, won't turn it off. So, you know, I mean, I gotta say that one of the things that really kind of prompted me to make the video tonight was to address, you know, all the haters out there. I gotta say, people really, you know, need to calm the fuck down. I mean, I have played games that have came out and been a hot mess of shit. And, you know, eventually were fixed up. I'll just use one title that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, which was Battlefield 4. That game was so screwed up when it came out. And I can honestly say, even after a year of putting it down, I picked it up and I had a great time with it. That is probably the best FPS out there, even with Battlefield 1 and 5 that came out. Battlefield 4 Modern Weapons. There was just so many things that were good in the game. And they patched it up. They fixed all the problems. And it really is a good FPS. It's just, you know, 8 years old now. So, and I thought I got this. Okay, this it is. Should we steal that car? Why not? I'm gonna fight to get it out of here. Screw that. Okay, so I finished this little side mission. Cleaned up what I could. Did my part for Night City survival. We'll get in this car. Now these little cars actually handle really well. Alright, so we finished that mission pretty fast. And that's what I like about these. These little side missions go pretty quick. And, you know, so I reaped quite a bit of reward there for not a lot of work. Let's see what this one turns out. Get out the way, man. I don't know why it didn't switch into third person, which it usually does when you get into a vehicle. I mean, as you can see, even though I'm kind of ripping around here, the graphics are holding up pretty good. Yes, is Grand Theft Auto have better graphics for an open world game? Without question. But the maps in Grand Theft Auto don't have this level of detail either. So, you know, I mean, I think it's all relative. Um, you know, so, I mean, I think, you know, a lot of people just want to say, oh, this game sucks for this or that because they got nothing better to say than something negative. Okay, we are on site where we need to be. Now, the thing is, I don't have the right weapons here. Let's see what kind of weapons I got. That gun is badass. Yeah, I think I need a machine gun here. There's my car. Alright. Let's change our loadout real quick. It's pretty simple to do so. 136. This. Alright, I really haven't used the machine guns at all, so I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to play out.
I don't believe he deserves a raise. He ain't trustworthy. Did you hear who he fought for in the wars? Exactly.
What was that?
Very unwise.
I'm not exactly sure now. All I had to do was find the guy. Okay, which leads to another job. Job complete. As you can see on the left side there. Okay.
Be on high alert. He's here somewhere.
Looks like these cops are going to try and take me out. Okay, I gotta be honest, that was my first time in the water. So, that was kind of interesting. Now, how the hell do I get out? Okay, how do I get out? Okay. So, I mean, I've seen water in the game, I just haven't
Ain't
fallen
nowhere to
in.
hide. So just come out.
These cops are gonna really give me a hard time, assholes.
What the hell is your problem, man?
I'm out of here. No problem at all. Let's see. 200 meters. Let's see, let's steal this car.
I'll pay. I have money.
Oops. Haven't been in this kind of car before either. So doing a lot of firsts here tonight. Now, this mission I'm heading to is a mission I picked up from that guy. So doing the side missions sometimes lead to, you know, larger side missions. You run off on these quests. And, well, it's not a good idea to kill people, I'll tell you that. Police issued a warrant. They're looking for me. Might as well kill her anyway. Ran her over. Alright, first time over this bridge. I have not been to this part of the city yet. At least not that I remember. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I just recently opened up Chapter 2, or I think that's what they call it. Because I gotta slow down here. This car is pretty fast. I assume that was an assault going on. If you noticed in the mini-map in the upper right-hand corner, it was flashing a blue target. That's the thing, like with any other, these open world games, you can get lost if you don't, if you get caught up in a side mission or a side quest. Next thing you don't remember where you are for the story.
B, it's been a long time.
Wakako Okada, the Lady of Westbrook Estate.
When you find a moment, come see me. We must settle our accounts for Sandra Dorset. You did quite well. You and that friend of yours. Until then.
Yeah, the attention to detail on the inside of the store is pretty friggin' amazing. See, this is where you see how the texture on the surface of the panel. I think that's really what you're going to see as a difference between, PS4 and 5, along the straight edges of the windshield, where it seems kind of fuzzy. Alright, apparently I missed that. We're cops here, so I'm gonna have to be a good boy. Oh! Shit!
Warning you.
I'm out of here. It was a total accident. So can I jump over this? Yes. So I figured doing these side missions wouldn't be revealing much of the story. Oops.
Where do you think you're going?
I made a mistake.
I will violate you!
You hear that, guys? So violent. Ooh. Oh, this dude pulled a knife on me. You gotta be kidding me. Ooh, machine gun is pretty good. Dead. Ooh. Alright, we'll come back to that in a second. And the job is complete. That's it. That's what I mean. It's so fast. How can you not like it? I mean, doing these side missions, some of them yield money, some of them yield resources. It's just cool. Let's get my main car here. There she is. car is front wheel drive. Yeah, no, it sucks. Alright, what's my mission here? No, we don't want to do that. That's the story part of the mission. Find a new mission, place to go there. So, no, we don't want to do that. Oh, where am I on the map? Holy cow, I gotta get all the way over here. Although that does open up some interesting things here. I just don't know if I'm high enough level to take these on. There's this one right here. I guess we'll give it a shot. Danger level is high now. We'll go back. Alright. Actually, let's go and take a look at the skill tree and the crafting. So, here's my character. So basically, you know, the attributes is what your basic skills are, and the perk points are for the skills underneath each attribute. So I like to bank these a little bit, so that I can advance the the character in a certain level. I started out pretty balanced, but kept these two the lowest because it's not my playstyle. This is for hacking, items in the background, which I'll show in a minute. And this is for stealth. I don't do stealth. I just don't do it. I'm running gun, so why would I want to do that? Technical ability is something that allows you to hack into different things, open doors. It does have some advantages as well as hacking, and that's probably where I'm going to spend my points. Reflexes, as you can see, there's subcategories for each, and I'll go into this. So there's 3 subcategories under this. These are all each individual skill trees for each one of these weapon types. You have blades, handguns, and assault. And then, within these, you have different skills that you can unlock. Some of them are locked behind your level, as you can see in the lower part of the box. It says level 11 before it can unlock just those ones. And right now I'm 10. So, and then here is body, which is the area I'm spending most of the rest of my time. And, so I have all the ones in gold I've already gotten, and I've already maxed them out with perk points. So the pack mule one is one that increasing your carrying capacity to 50 for each tier. There are 3 tiers. As you can see up here, my capacity is pretty high. This is my dollars, and this is my encumberment or my weight limitations, and that's because I've maxed that out. The same with regeneration. Obviously, regenerating health during combat's a good idea. And on this one, as you can see, I'm also level 3, and I've increased my max health by 90%, 30 times 3, 90%. Then you have, Annihilation, which allows you to use shotguns and LMGs. And I really haven't touched much into this because, as I said just a few minutes ago, I'm not good with shotguns, and I just used an LMG for the first time just a couple seconds ago. So eventually I'll start to move this up, but probably later on. The LMGs are good, but, we'll see how that goes. Street brawler is for using blunt weapons like bats, crowbars, and stuff like that. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I think I'm probably going to go left on the stamina, to increase other attacks with the blunt weapons. And then, technical ability, this is where you get your crafting from. And as I said, this is probably where I'm going to spend my next group of points. And then there's engineering. This is for different types of expansions and so on, for grenades and stuff like that. So here's the journal, which is just basically a tracker of your jobs. As you can see right now, I have, all these side jobs just open for me. And then there are gigs, which usually consist of more than one section. And then, as you saw, I was working on some crimes a minute ago, and this is where you can find higher crime levels, and these pay out more. These are vehicles, and then these are all the ones that I've already completed, which is quite a few when you consider. Yes, as you see here, I am under the street kid career path, I guess is the best way to describe it. So going over to crafting, so you can craft just about anything. I don't have a lot of things to do to craft yet because I just don't have the time in it. Upgrading, though, on the other hand, I have done. So this particular weapon can come into it. I don't think I have a scope for it. Nope, I don't. And I certainly don't have a muzzle. But I do have the ability to mod it. Let's see what we can put on this. Renders your weapon non-lethal. Your damage to your enemies will without killing them. There are some people that, from what I understand, is that this, once you choose this at 50 kills or something, it stops working as non-lethal. I'm not really interested in non-lethal right now, so I don't care. So I put the mod on that, increases the damage on that weapon by 5. Just not much, nothing to write home about. I don't think I can upgrade this, but we'll check it out. Can't put a scope on it though. Oh, I have 2 kinds of scope. Go for the longer range one. No muzzle. And let's see what we can do here. Oh, I'm in the inventory. I'm not even in the crafting screen anymore. So, one of the things, I mean, the UI isn't bad, but it gets, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a little annoying sometimes. So this is the weapon we have here. Yes, I can upgrade it. And yes, I will. And here are where all those resources are. So it shows you your total on the left and the number of resources used to do the upgrade on the right. As you can see here, it does use some of those rare components that I was pointing out before. Now this one, I had deconstructed a lot of stuff to get this item. And I don't know if I want to use it to get just a slight increase. So I'm going to hold off on that. Now let's go back here. I want to see if I can upgrade my clothes a little bit. See, I don't have enough of those special resources to even upgrade this one. Can't upgrade that. Alright. So, do one more mission here. Or I should say one more side thing here. Actually, let's do one of these. struggle point right behind me. Yo, that was a pretty cool car.
Not to worry. I'm okay.
This will be my first fast travel as well. And we wanted to go up here. Let's see how this goes. Black screen. I will say this, I hope that on the PS5 the load screens are a lot shorter. Some of them are epically long. I wouldn't say they're not the longest, but you know, some of them are pretty long, but others are not. It's some of them things load really fast. Okay, so we are gonna go and try this. This will be the first one of these I've done. And the stamina, that's how fast I'm running, is in the center of the screen now, a little more. Yeah. Okay. So it's saying I need to go this way.
Calling all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity observed in the region of Goldsmith Street. Scavenger presence reported, led by one Barry Alkin, wanted on charges of first-degree murder and illegal trade in cyberware. NC authorities offering payment for neutralizing Alkin and his accomplices.
Cool. I don't know, should I just kill him?
Should have seen the mess inside. Fucked. Not the other way around.
Oh.
Fight back!
Oh, there's a camera. Oh, there's a lot of them up there. Wow, I need ammo. Uh-oh.
Потому что нельзя подставляться!
Fight fair!
Да не высовывайтесь, придурки!
Yeah, I know you're there. Hey, chop biatch. A tattoo needle. I don't understand how I could be encumbered here. Oh shit, I guess I am. I don't think I picked up that much stuff. I'm gonna have to find out. I think might have too much of something that's weighing me down. The thing is, you can do this on the fly. Weapons are usually the heaviest thing. Yeah, I mean that's it. I kept too many weapons. So I'll have to get rid of some of these. Alright, that should give me enough mobility because I was barely able to move there. Yeah, that's better. So, I don't know. This ladder's here. I have no idea what's up here. I don't think it's related to here, but I figured let's just check it out. Oh, let's hit the street level, and there is a box here. So, I think I've hit it all. Probably just gonna be ammo stuff. Alright, so overall, my first impressions of the game are it's pretty good. I have now, after 16 hours, sustained 4 separate game crashes, which is bad, but I'll tell you, it's not it's not like I haven't seen this before. But I have had no system crashes as a result. Game crashes, I mean, really, in today's day and age, that's kind of small potatoes. I think a lot of folks have been pretty harsh on CD Project Red. I think they did a good job with The Witcher. That game had its issues when it came out too. So, I mean, ultimately, I would say that I'm confident that they're going to work it out. I mean, this is a good game without question. The story is compelling. The characters are pretty good. I mean, they're very varied and diverse. Some plot twists early on in the game that, kind of change the narrative from what you think it's going to be. And I found that kind of, intriguing and interesting. Also, I wasn't expecting the degree of verticality this game has to offer. It's actually quite impressive. I mean, you can get to just about anywhere. Go ahead and get through this door. See, now if I had that ability that I was referring to before under technical ability, so you eventually get skills to help you unlock doors and stuff like that. It makes it easier. I'm just not there yet. So overall, what would I give this game as a score? I would say it's probably an 8.1, 8.2 out of 10. There's some work to be done here without a doubt as far as dealing with the little glitches. I've had, a character get stuck to the ceiling inside of an elevator while it was descending, and he's hopping up and down. He's like attached to the ceiling at one point. It was more funny than irritating. I mean, it didn't interfere with what I was doing or the mission that I was on, so it was kind of comical. And I didn't really mind it that much, honestly. So, I mean, like I said, I think that a lot of folks are just being a little too harsh on this game and not giving it enough of a chance to, to prove itself. I mean, I don't really have a lot of time in this game, and I'm enjoying it overall, and I'm just seeing how massive it is. And the fact that I've really only been in this, like, small area here, and got 16 hours and had a good time. So I played the whole prologue and went all the way through it, and it was fun. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to do this video for those that follow my channel or those on TLN, just to see, where an average gamer, an old guy, who primarily plays FPS and driving games, what I would think about playing an RPG like this. I'll say this, my only previous real on-depth RPG that I played was Fallout 4. And I completed that game and I had a great time playing it. This is much more, the genre is so much better. I mean, less of that, of that post-apocalyptic world. However, I haven't been outside of the city and there's still much more of the map to go. As you can see, these are the different sections. And I just say, man, you can go on and on and on. And there's just so much content here with the side missions. And as you can see there, as I was showing some of the smaller ones, they went pretty fast, only a couple minutes. Kill a few guys, loot the place, collect this, take someone there, do this, sabotage that. I mean, that kind of fare. And then you have the main story, which is much more in depth, and the quest lines that go with that. So, I mean, there is some diversity. Like, I mean, some of the story, are main missions are multiple tiers. So, you have to commit, more time. Some of them, I'd say, I guess the longest one I did was like 30, maybe 30, 40 minutes. But most of them are at least a half an hour, 25 minutes to complete. I will say another, give them a lot of other credit is the ability to save. I mean, you can save anywhere. And if I save this game here, when I come back to it, I'm right at this spot. It's not like the last checkpoint, and that's true even during missions. Now, some places in missions, save is blocked, But if you're not engaged in a movement, in other words, in an elevator or something like that, you could save almost anywhere. So I thought that was a really great thing. Because even in the middle of a mission or a side quest, I can hit save and turn off my system and know when I turn it back on, I'm going to be right at that right spot. So, which, believe it or not, is not something that you see in every game today. So overall, I really am enjoying the game. I'm looking forward to playing more hours on it. I will not be doing another video on this because I agree with most of the YouTubers here. There's just so much content, and the story can be ruined real easy. I'm sure some of you have probably learned there are 7 different endings to this game, to the storyline. I don't want to know any of them. I don't want to even be hinted at what the storyline ending might be. So, I mean, I have to respect that, for other people that you can't just ruin the storyline. I just don't think so. And those that go out there and post it, the game's been out for 2 weeks and they've already posted all 7 storyline endings. And I'm like, criminy. I spent a year avoiding reading stories or watching videos, teasers of this game because I didn't want to ruin the anticipation of the game and what it could offer. I mean, we all read the hype, and I gotta say, a lot of the hype is there. It's there. I mean, yeah, there are some flaws, but a lot of what has been said about what Cyberpunk was going to be, absolutely is true. And if it can take a person like me who's not a role playing genre person, somebody that doesn't play that genre, and make me not only enjoy it, but be totally entertained by it, not bored, and looking forward to playing the game again as many hours as I've already put in. So that's really my impressions. It's a good game, definitely worth the money. And as you know, as some I'm sure might know, that in the future there's supposed to be next year an online component added to the game. So who knows where it can go from there. Till next time, this has been Rocket Rob 99. I'll see you all out on the battlefield.